So let's talk about the first one. The first section, whenever you need to emphasize anything in your IELTS writing too, or when you are talking to people, or when you are talking to the examiner and you want to put some emphasis on some particular statement or word, then you would be using such kind of words. Like for emphasis, the number one word is undoubtedly. Undoubtedly means बिना किसी शक. Undoubtedly, that is very imperative for our growth. Undoubtedly, I do have a lot of friends. Undoubtedly, I love to use all modern appliances. Such kind of things you could say with the word undoubtedly. Let's talk about the next word from the whole section of emphasis, that is particularly. When you are talking about something for sure, for particularly things, then you will be using the word particularly. Particularly, I like to go to mountainous areas. Particularly, I love to go to plain areas. Particularly, I love Chinese food. Such kind of statements can be used with the word particularly, and it would be definitely noticed by your exam. The next word from the same category is certainly. This is one of my personal favorite words, certainly. Certainly is a word that can help you not to avoid sure, yes, definitely. Now these are few of the words which people are actually repeating a lot of times when they come to IELTS speaking. Yes guys, I am talking about IELTS speaking. Why do people say so? Do you like chocolates? Yes, I like chocolates. Do you like to go to the parties? Yeah, sure, I love to go to the parties. This is the kind of problem when it comes to your IELTS speaking. Most of the questions are framed in a way that you would be answering in yes and no. The moment you give the answer in yes or no, it seems that your speaking skills are quite limited and you are not able enough to elaborate on your answers. So I suggest you never ever give the answers in just saying yes or no. Instead of saying yes, I like parties, no, I don't like chocolates, you can elaborate on them saying certainly, I love chocolates because chocolates are one of my favorite sweet dishes. Whenever I feel like munching on a dessert, I always go for dark chocolate. That way you can say the word and that way you can improve your English as well. When it comes to your IELTS speaking, such kind of answers are very much relevant, kind of mixing people are repeating these words, yes, no, and that could 101% drastically affect your scores in your IELTS, right? Let's go to the next section we have. The next section is addition, whenever you need to add on something. So what exactly happened? The maximum of the students who are struggling with IELTS writing and IELTS speaking, they are more saying and I like to go to the party, and I like music, and I like food over there, and I like the people I went to the party with. So instead of saying and, that shows that the vocabulary you have is quite limited. So instead of saying limited vocabulary, which of English saying and, you can go for moreover, furthermore, not only but also. Like for example, if I take the example of furthermore, we can say it like that. I like to go to parties. I like to go to the parties. Furthermore, I enjoy the music immensely. Excuse me for my handwriting, you would have to understand, focus more on the audio of the video please guys. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and you would be and, right? So I am repeating the same and with you people right now. So I would say, moreover, you can go to the other videos of my channel. I will be definitely giving you the link in the I button, and you will definitely get the links in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and do hit like the button. And do hit the like button if you're preferring such kind of videos more. And do comment and tell me what kind of videos you would like to see. I will surely answer each of your comment and definitely give you a video in your concern. Okay, so we got to know how to use the word and here. Now, in essay writing, most of the time you have the essays like agree and disagree, right? In such kind of situations, agree and disagree, and some of the time it's like disadvantageous versus advantageous, right? So when it comes to this thing, you would be having to use the word of contrast, right? When you have to compare two things, and you would say on the other hand, alternatively, on the other side, on the flip side of the coin, right? That ways. But I have put up the amalgamation of some of the beautiful words which we need to learn. You just forget about on the flip side of the coin, on the other hand. They are quite basic actually. They are quite fundamental. Almost all the IELTS aspirants are using them. So instead of using that, go for these words, okay? So let's go for the word number 1. Let's talk about the word number 1. The word number 1 is despite of. Despite of the fact I have been helping him, he never shied away from ditching me repeatedly, right? That's the way you can use the word despite of. When it comes to alternatively, alternatively means this, if not this, then that. Like for example, you can go for the chocolates if you are not focusing on losing your weight. Alternatively, you can go for the dark chocolates that would affect or interrupt your journey of weight loss. Right? Now the next one is whereas. Whereas is also a kind of word that is used for showing the contrast. Let's talk about the next word, that is order. Order means when you are giving your thoughts, your opinions, it's always been recommended by a lot of people when it comes to your IELTS journey. That's better if you provide the things in order. Like for example, firstly, secondly and thirdly. This is my first reason, this is my second reason, this is my third reason. Or you could use the word like subsequently and previously. Previously is like something, as I have told you previously, this is something when you are adding on something which has already been mentioned by you. For example, if you have given something clearly here, if you have described something clearly here, and you want to add on into something which has already been mentioned, then you can use the word previously. Now the result. Result is something which is result is something we talk about the moment when we feel like that I have to tell that if this has happened, that would be the result of it. For example, if people keep on eating a lot of chocolates throughout their life, as a consequence, they could get the victims of diseases like diabetes or something. Okay? So, whenever you need to use the word result, instead of saying result, you can go for them as a consequence of, hence as a result. The next category is illustration. Illustration means when you are trying to give an example. Examples are always provided to substantiate your viewpoint. Remember guys, this is a kind of thing which I am facing in my classes also. People are getting confused with illustration, what exactly it is. So illustration is something that you have proved a point here, right? Like for example, India is a multilingual country. For instance, we find 56 languages being spoken in the country. So that is illustration. To clarify your point of view, you may give the like hint to some survey or something like that. So that's a kind of illustration. Including, when you include something in the point always being mentioned and clarified by you, you will use the word including. The next one is to demonstrate. Actually, I have written this word here, but to demonstrate is mostly being used in your writing task 1 because there you are having numbers or lines or something like that. So it's not mostly used in your task 2, but it is used in your task 1. As it comes to the comparison wise, okay guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do it right now. Don't waste your time. Comparisons, whenever you are producing the comparison between the two things. If you are talking about something which is having equal number of advantages and disadvantages, there you will be providing a comparison to the people, right? So what kind of words you can use when you need to compare something? You can use the word likewise, you can go for equally, you can go for similarly. The next section is the reason. Now, if you want to write about something, you have written something points, because see, the writing task of IELTS is almost about the opinions, your own personal perception, your own subjective viewpoints. So whenever you have given your own perception or your particular subject point, the thing is mostly like that you would be giving kind of reasons for whatever you believe in. So in order to understand this better, let me tell you this thing. In order to make the things clearly, let's talk about this. I will be clarifying this. So due to and because of. Because of it, this is happening, right? Because of women empowerment, there is a rise in the cases of juvenile delinquency. This could be the way you can say, but I strongly oppose it, right? So whenever it comes to your conclusion part now, if we talk about the conclusion part, I always suggest strongly that you must hint your conclusion, because the examiner would not be looking for the conclusion. Okay, fine, this is the conclusion here. You have to hint the conclusion. To hint the conclusion, I'm talking about writing task 2 guys, not in the speaking. You should not avoid, you should completely avoid using these words in your speaking card, in your cue card or any other question you're speaking. There you have to conclude with the tone of your voice, not with the words. So in your summary, in your conclusion in writing task 2, you will hint it by saying or by writing, in conclusion, to summarize, to conclude. This is the way you can do it, right? So I hope that you understood the whole lecture here. If you're having any questions related to it, do drop a comment in the comment box.